like successfully scare the fuck out of everybody.
Someone came back to life.
I didn't realize you die when you eat.
Kinda had me concerned for a second.
I didn't realize eating was dangerous until I had all those hamburgers.
That actually sounds good.
You starve people. The only way.
Alright. No more food.
None of us. It's called the True Genius Diet. How hungry is you? How quench the thirst of Taoist? Everybody has their ultimate? Yes or no?
What?
Everybody has it, not you.
Yep.
Everybody has their ultimate? Ultimate, you know, ultimate, you go to my house, you grab ultimate. But you're not in the group, so I'm not talking to you. I did say everybody, so next time I'll say, JJ, Darth, Cash, you got your ultimate?
Yes, I do.
Alright, good, next time. Anytime you want, though, feel free to go to my house and get your ultimate. Just leave 5 gold coins in the basket on your way out.
Why'd you go to Reapers? What are you doing?
I have to put a tiny bit of gold in the bank because I'm fucking obsessed. Like as soon as I just get a little bit over 3,000 gold, it has to go into the guild bank immediately. Looks like we're just waiting on our tanking heal. What the fuck? Seriously? Seriously though? Fine, manual travel it is. I don't hear anybody reacting in any way, saying anything. Did somebody not get their ultimate?
Oh no.
No, I got my ultimate.
Alright, you can all travel to me, but it was a good idea to cancel that, because let's save the queue for after the first fuck up.
This place reeks of wet dog and a fungal infection. Must be getting close. Hey, who's there? I'm still here while holding my breath.
We are the Pentaveret! That's the new one now, JJ. The Pentaveret. It's basically, you know how Eddie Murphy had a movie where he was like all these different people, Nutty Professor, right? And then Marlon Wayans did one, six tuplets, where it was him playing all his brothers and sisters, right? Now Mike Myers has one where he plays all these different people, and it's a lot of fucking people. Plays a lot of different people. JJ, we're waiting for JJ right now. What? What was that? Yeah. It's not that bad so far.
So, I messed up and got the wrong thing.
Standing guard is the least dangerous job here.
Because my gear was medium instead of heavy.
Yes.
So,
Well, you didn't mess up. Talk about the shoulder piece?
no, for the legendary improvement stuff I got.
Tempering.
Yeah, instead of...
You bought tankering? Okay.
And I'm supposed to... I need the...
What are you turning legendary?
My gear.
What? No, don't do that. Not yet. Don't do it to that gear.
I'm just here to stand.
There's other gear that you need to do that too. That's a nice setup for leveling your CP, but there's no reason to turn that legendary. Unless you just want a legendary because it's a training gear, and then you get even more bonus to kills. But that would be the only reason why I would do it. But then, everything better be training. You can't have a shoulder piece and a head, and they're not training, and turn everything legendary with training and be like, alright, So you'd really have to go all out with the training thing.
But I wasn't gonna make the monster set. Legendary.
Another one.
Go.
The monster set I was gonna keep how it is.
Well, of course. Don't worry about making it legendary right now. This is not the end setup that you're going to be using. Like the end game setup for yourself. And you're going to want materials for that. You know what I'm saying? You also have to start learning how to make like money in the game. You know what I'm saying? Legendary is not something that I personally can provide for you. I help you with everything up to purple and jewelry up to blue. And then you get to save the money that you would normally have to give to some sly shyster that would charge you for that. And use that money that you save from not having to worry about that towards legendary items. But I could never afford to give everybody legendary stuff. So when you do have something that you want to make legendary, it better be your like one of your permanent setups. You can't just hold on, Gurgler. I know you're in a little bit of an experimental phase with your build and the gear sets you're using. Once you're out of that phase and you don't want to do that anymore, you just want to be the top that you could possibly be, and you're ready to conform, that's conform gear you can make legendary. Yeah, but that monster set is not really as good. I don't want to tell you that it's not good because I want you to experiment with the games, but sure, absolutely. But let's worry about making money before we turn things legendary that aren't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand something. I play so many fucking hours, and I played for so many years, that I have all of this shit from the time I spent here. If you spend this much time playing the game, you would, watch out, Charge, you would also, let him come back to the middle. You would also have like an unbelievable amount of shit. Like at a certain point you duplicate materials and get a bunch of money from that. Trying to think of a way that is not boring that can make money where you don't depend on anyone else. You know you could do. What's that? Oh, you probably went silent. Oh, you did silent?
Locks are tricky even without all the howling.
Regular.
Come on.
Regular. If you had access to the land called Somerset, you could theoretically go for Clamgall and Mother of Pearl and be in a nice, beautiful environment, and it could be like your vacation time when like you're in between doing things and got nothing else to do. Just run around and go for all the clamshells that you can find on the beach, and you'll be able to sell that stuff for a pretty penny, and there'll be a cycle of money coming in from it. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, for example. You alright, Cash? What happened? Wait for Cash.
I went the wrong way. How did I go the wrong way?
Wait for Cash. Wait for Cash. Don't hit that guy. How many bottles of fire does that fucker have?
Finally get promoted to the laboratory.
It was me. You said it again.
I didn't fucking hear it, and I've never heard it. Okay?
She says, I found trespassers.
You're saying that
I think I'm just saying.
the guy on the thing.
These cultists' science prove as inferior as as I predicted.
You must be Arcasis.
Aha!
That's what I was talking about, so I kissed it. Do not drink the liquid unless you love her. Some Romeo and Juliet reference right there. Everybody ready? I thought it was all kinds of different forms. Alright, I'm killing the fucking bow guy. That's what I'm doing. Bow guy, and then I'm moving on. Kill those two, Darth. Bow person dead, I think. Right?
Yep.
You test my latest formula.
Get back here, overgrown
Did that work out?
Unexpected results. How about some comparison testing?
Listen, watch this slime is interfering with my work.
Gurgler. Ooh, I almost rode over the 120. Not triangle nightmare, you fucking idiot. Alright, Gurgler.
Without very woolly clouds.
Healthy frost run. I should try for more ice accumulation. Dispersal of the formula should correct.
I'll get it.
Purge the fire!
Let's proceed with the next phase.
I I was cockeyed. I had like one eye looking one way and one eye looking the other. I called up Huckabee Sanders.
No! Stop panicking! That's not how this should work! Stand closer together. It needs to arc. Arc, like an arrow. Get off! Heat exchange. Time.
Can't break out. Can't break out.
Difference.
Help me. Heal me. Heal me through this.
You.
Fuck me. Oh shit. Rude.
Witness the power
prick.
of the sun cast in a stone mold. Lightning test.
Oh, now I can't break out. JJ, help me. Heal to the side. Fucking lightning, bro. It's been a long ass time. I'm gonna take fire damage.
I'll make everything more dangerous.
I can't get out. Can't get out. Can't break out. Help me. Heal me. Run away from the boss. Run away from the boss. Run away from the boss. Alright, a little bit of a problem towards the end of the fight. Absolutely no available resource whatsoever. Towards the end of the fight. So, if we're gonna do it with this character, Cash, you have to have the boss where the ads spawn. You just keep the boss on the center ad. That's it. Back and forth along that wall. And try to get back to the center ad whenever you can. There's no other way to do it. There's no way I can get in there and kill that boss without making it where I can't do anything at all. So
Okay.
has to be done that way. Sorry. Remember, if you're too far away from the wall, the bookshelves behind us. That's too close, too far away. The bookshelves behind us won't be far enough, and we'll have no place to go but left and right, and we'll get stuck trying to go towards the bookshelf and possibly die. So the boss should be flush with the wall as much as you can, theoretically.
Oh, back down to your death, I guess.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Something worth making legendary. If you had a couple of daggers of Briarheart and Briarheart jewelry, that's a really good set. That's like you can keep that and you can pretty much use it for almost anything in the game. Almost anything. Like solo, veteran, maelstrom, anything. That's worth making legendary. Obviously not the jewelry, but you can get purple on the jewelry. You could pair it with something like Leviathan, like JJ was saying, which is a medium armor set that you can get from, I think it might be Crypto Hearts, 1 or 2. No, well, Cradle of Shadows, no, it can't be Cradle of Shadows. He doesn't have access to that anyway. It is Crypto Hearts. So, those two sets are available to you even though you don't have ESO Plus. Fucking Briarheart one can be purchased from the trader, and the other one can be gotten from that dungeon. And then the monster set that you're gonna want to stick with, that you're gonna make legendary, is Storm Fist. I wouldn't use anything else. Yeah, use Storm Fist because it's the strongest monster set. It does the most damage. It is AoE. It does do area of effect. And And then I would go with like 2 light Storm Fist and 5 medium Leviathan with daggers and jewelry of Briarheart. And then it wouldn't be too hard to get Briarheart purple jewelry for less than you'd pay for the materials to make it purple. And that's the stuff that I would make full legendary, huh?
I was actually looking at that Storm Fist.
And on your back bar, you want the Maelstrom bow. So even if you just do Maelstrom on normal to get your Maelstrom bow, that's what you want on the back bar. You're only going to have Briarheart on the front. Once you have that set up, and I'll give you an array of abilities that I use to peak at 117,000 on the dummy, and you copy that, and you make that legendary, you'll feel what real power is. This thing with the explosions, it's a gimmick. Because anything that has high health, any situation where enemies aren't dying, you're not going to be doing good. It's only because shit's dying. And in this game, there's shit that just doesn't fucking die, and you need the most damage you can possibly dish out to make it die, and you can't have, like, a magic muffin set that just fucking glitter explodes when enemies start dying. Like, you wouldn't use Occult Overload in a realistic situation unless you were literally switching back and forth between mobs and then the boss. Mobs and then the boss. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, everybody's got Kinra nowadays. They've been giving him the Slime Claw buff. Combat Prayer gives the Slime Claw buff. I'm not a big fan. I never was. One Slime Claw is great. You mix one Slime Claw with the Kilt, if you ever get a hold of that. No, he should use Storm Fist. That's the best. It is, absolutely, that's the best. No, it has nothing to do with what I like, man. It has to do with what does more damage on the dummy. Fuck. You think I like that everything's not even? It's up to you. Play the way you want to play. Use what you want to use. Learn how to make money in the game so you can afford to do your experimenting. I've done the experimenting. I know what works and what doesn't. Somebody else's fingers aren't going to make different results with the fucking same test that I did. If they do higher DPS than me, and they're using something that is lower for me, and they switch to the thing that's higher for me, it's going to be higher for them too. Because it's just what it is. And it's up to you how you want to play the game. I copy people. That's how I play. I copy because I can't do anything but the absolute best that I could possibly do. I have to be able to produce the best results. The game has a lot of leeway, but not in the really difficult shit in the game. Like,
you're ready to mix
hard mode,
up, aren't you?
Shipwright's Regret. You can't just go wear Celestrex in there. You wouldn't get away with that mentality. Trying to do something like that. Thinking that you could just go do that with gear that's not absolutely the peak of what the game will allow you to produce, you know? There's a couple of peak sets, though. So if you don't like Stormfist, you can use... Oh, no, you can't get Kajilnar because he doesn't have the Missile Plus. Slime Claw gives you 5% damage increase. But sometimes when you're in a group, somebody else is giving you that buff. So sometimes it's like you're not even wearing a 2-piece monster set because you already got that buff. If you use Stormfist and somebody's giving you the Slime Claw buff with Kinra's or Combat Prayer, your Stormfist is also 5% stronger. So it just makes sense to go with that particular one. And I don't know why they didn't just make all the monster sets fucking even, you know, especially, you know, the damage ones. I have no idea why Stormfist is so strong compared to the others. It makes no sense to me. Selene used to be the best. Actually. Not Stormfist. And it created this big green bear that would come up and hit the target for a huge number. But if you look at the damage of Stormfist and you look at the damage of Selene, like I said, JJ's right. Any way you want to play the game, you should play. The information that I can give you, however, is only the stuff that led me to do the top damage that I do. I can't, or like some explosive scenario like what we're discovering here, or maybe a PvP thing. I don't really have all of the options that available in my arsenal of information, but I do know what everybody is using on the videos where they do 138k, 120k, 125k. Like, all those videos is the videos that I copied. So I'm just doing what they're doing, and I'm getting less, but it's still a lot more than anything else that I try by myself, that's all. Fucking game is annoying. You know, one of the problems that people that play this game end up having in the beginning, before they're established and they have like money coming in and they could experiment with some stuff and buy shit and upgrade stuff to legendary, and it doesn't matter if they made the wrong set legendary every now and again. One of the things that is a problem is when you come in the game and you see how much you need in order to get what you want, and how much time is required in order to get it, it's discouraging. And it makes you feel like, well, I can't just get this shit without having to spend time doing this, and it kind of makes you feel like, you're looking at other people and they have all this shit. And you're like, well, they have all this shit, so they could just give me shit, and it wouldn't matter. And it makes you discouraged, like you don't want to play the game anymore. It's happened to a lot of people. Because the climb is too much, too great, too far. But it really isn't. You shouldn't play the game that way. You should do it more like the way JJ's saying, and just play and have fun. And as you go, things just happen for you as you discover stuff, and you try to do the best you can, but don't kill yourself over it, and don't think about how much you have in comparison to other people, because most of the people that have a lot of shit in this game, they really sacrificed a lot from real life to be like that in the game. Like, they're not going to fucking parties and fucking parasailing and going to Europe and going on fucking trips and shit, you know what I'm saying? There's no Godslayer surgeons, you know what I'm saying?
The wood elf known as Finindred has been found guilty of the following crimes.
Know the
Stealing of rotten tomatoes and other refuse from stablemaster Semiraz Midilhi. Dumping said refuse on the head of the Altmer commander Faruin during his visit to the clan. And finally,
right, but you can't even do the dummy until you have a setup that's dummy worthy, such as Briarheart, Leviathan, Stormfist. That would be dummy worthy. Like, you can actually pull off a good number with those sets. Oh, and from Maelstrom too. Briarheart heals you and gives you weapon spell damage, so it has the dual purpose on its 5 set. Everybody ready to queue in? I'm gonna help you along the way, but I gotta make sure that as I help you, the help that I do isn't accidents. I do. I have to give him the setup. I gotta send him the picture with the setup. Yeah, I guess for all of my characters, right?
Serpent's Coil. Serpent's Coil.
Do we have to use it on body? Because I really would like that. Yeah, it's body, right?
I think it's jewelry.
It's gotta be.
ring.
Yeah, but if it's not body, it's not on both bars. We usually use jewelry and weapons, even if you are medium with Kinrus. We usually use jewelry and weapons. So it's body. That's good. That means it's not that expensive, because you don't have to make jewelry legendary. I can't believe they only give you 3 pieces of legendary jewelry when you beat a 12-man DLC trial. And when you go beat the fucking AA or any of those, everyone gets a piece of legendary and gets 2 legendary jewelry if they do it on hard mode. What kind of nasty rules are they applying? The harder dungeon, it's harder to get the gear. Wouldn't it be easier if you successfully completed to get the gear? I don't understand this planet that you guys live on. These rules and the substances. What is this? It smells like wet dog and a fungal infection. Coral Jack Riptide. We don't have the blue ones on this picture. The blue CP.
Hey guys, I get a head off.
They say the first step to learning alchemy
Alright,
is
man.
to start
Have a
putting
good night.
things in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace on. I'm with you guys.
Good night, kid.
Good night.
Night, man.
I've been talking to you for like 5 minutes, JJ.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh, I don't have my ultimate. I don't need it, not with this build.
I don't have mine either. Alright, here we go.
We don't need it. We don't need it. If you guys got fuck, why don't I have my ultimate?
Tasting yesterday. Can't feel my tongue, but I'm getting good at it.
Come on, Cash.
Alright.
Sorry. You got yours, obviously, Darth. Darth, are you using an AoE ultimate for this particular section of the dungeon in the beginning?
Yeah, the ice. Ice.
Ice? Oh yeah, okay. Right. That's very strong. It's very strong. It's very strong. Oops. Can you reinvite me? Can you reinvite me back? I tried to teleport
Stop
to this guy. I had enough of this guy. Yeah, I only wanted to get my ultimate. That's why I logged on. There we go. Okay. Backstabber. This is a magic character?
This place reeks of wet dog and a fungal infection. Must be getting close.
Nope, that's not the best
who's
CP.
there? I can still hear while holding my breath.
Unless they're changing something with the crit damage. That's not the best. Interesting.
Give me like 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
I bet you they're raising the crit damage cap. I bet you anything. Watch. Bet you anything it goes above 125. You don't use Backstabber on stamina characters. Or Fighting Finesse, ever. Just lowers the damage. And on this particular character, you can actually use, to make up for it, the other one you would use is, the one that increases your single target damage.
That was
I want to
not
work in the laboratory.
You still have 1 more minute to go.
Deadly Aim, you would use. Because deadly aim also increases your light attack. And your light attack is half your damage, so. No, I've tested both, but there could be a change. Because they'll tell you, they said not to do Backstabber, and now this guy's saying to do Backstabber, so they obviously changed something, obviously. Because if you go online and look up any of the other people, any of the other stamina tests, they'll all tell you you're skipping Backstabber completely, you're not using it.
I'm just here to stand
That's
watch.
only on the 21mm dummy, though.
I'm not helping with your study.
Because you're not getting all those crit damages on everything, you know? For the Boston 5.
I found trespassers! It was me!
Oh, I finally heard it. I found trespassers. It was me. She means it was me. I found them.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I decided to combine effort.
But it's funnier the other way.
Watch out.
That guy would not move.
Oh, keep going. DJ. Don't look and see you. What happened? Right. On the boss, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Only the jaw did that.
You out of my fur. You out of my fur.
Time.
Dwarven locks are tricky.
Regular.
And these must be the stolen remains Fenorian is telling me about. Never seen this
Spare a few for the laboratory.
Letting worse.
Old notes letting me what?
Very aware of not hitting that synergy.
constructs are huge. Can you feel the power in this one? I think it's charging these statues. That should keep these ones nice and still.
Do not drink the poison. I'm always had stamina, so that's good. Are you sure that's a stamina character you linked, by the way? Because magic characters be using stamina sets now too. I mean, I didn't look anything up myself. I mean, usually wait till after something comes out, and then people have like videos with the current patch. Oh god, that fucking asshole! Yeah, he ruined it for us. He's the reason why they changed it. Fuck man, that used to be a pretty cool thing. Alright, kill that bow fucker and then moving on. How's it going back there? Everything dead? Everything dead? Alright, wait. Oh, it lied to me for a second.
Unexpected results. How about some comparison testing?
This line is interfering with my work.
I always get that wrong. I usually hear the knife blade going, but I haven't been hearing yours though. Gargalic? Maybe it's just being quiet.
Nicely. My assistants aren't fit to put
Gargalic.
It's silent.
That's supposed to be silent. Don't you know, remember when you're in a trial, you would hear all the different knife blades going from all the fucking stuff. I do have the volume low, so I can hear you guys. So that could be it. But sometimes they just choose not to let someone hear somebody's sound effect. I could just be deaf to that right now. This is game error. Pray like a fart. How does a fart pray? Sorry, that's funny. I don't care who you are.
Experiment's integrity unaffected. Same cannot be said for test subjects.
Are we supposed to move this time?
No. Well.
I've seen enough.
Well, no. Right. And you're supposed to leave him here, though.
Yeah.
Right. fucking annoying. Get ready for a fire explosion. Man. Fire explosion is very soon. Very soon. At any moment. I don't know what the fuck. There it is. There it is. Get out, get out, get out. I'm so fucking slow. I can't do it, man. It can't be done on this character. No, I can't. I can't kill the boss, bro. On this character, I can't do it. It's fucking pointless to even try to use this character at all. Can't do anything. Yeah, I just have no stamina, nothing. I can't do any damage because I can't get close to them. So the character is fucking useless in that run. There's nothing I can do about it either. I literally have to have like a bow build I switch to just for that fight.
I was literally trapped in the corner. Sorry about that.
No, it's alright. I really don't think I was going to kill the boss anyway. I just don't think I was going to be able to pull that off on that character. Unfortunately.
I was dancing around from the beam